Oh no.
Hello, Natasha. It's begun. Oh,
Recording is already in progress.
no. Oh, yeah. There's no time to rest.
Oh my gosh, that's
Right. That's it. The gun has
it's
fired and the
work, work, work.
I'm messing around. Here to get
Wow. Okay. You are in a new place,
business.
aren't
Uh,
you?
yeah. Well, I'm in the same place. I've moved my workspace. I've moved my workstation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. It looks spacious.
It is spacious. It's quieter as well. That's the big thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you well for
Oh,
once.
that's it. Yeah, that's it.
It's beautiful. It's as if you're right here.
That's it. Yeah, it's probably because I'm not eating like cereal this time. Maybe last time I was just like, oh, and
You
just
there was one day when you were showing the cookie. What was it? Some like a Jubilee? No, what was it? Jubilee cookie or
I was
something?
dribbling. There's a dribbly cookie. Quite possibly. I'm pretty. I'm quite notorious for snacking.
While talking.
Yeah, snacking while talking. Just always conscious snacking. Yeah, there's no.
It's
That's
it's your
fair enough.
trigger. I can't snack any other time.
Snack. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna open your mouth, two birds with one stone. Yeah, something's coming out. It's got to
Wow,
go
look
in.
at you. You
That's how
already started throwing in the idioms.
it is.
You've come prepared.
No, no, it's all. Yeah, we try. Yeah,
Good job. You did
uh,
your homework.
we sat there, days on end, trying to get everything ready.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so anyways, we are talking about idioms today.
That's right, idioms. And yeah, you feeling better? You recovered?
Oh, I am,
Yeah.
yes, I'm feeling slightly better. I'm still like I still have my thermometer on the
Oh, yeah.
table.
Okay, just in
I
case.
keep checking and I'm still
Everything's
like
fine.
36.9,
Yeah.
which I think for Europeans it's fine, but for Russians it's on like on the verge of, being
Yeah.
sick.
Well, I mean, Europeans, we have you're either healthy and well or you're dead.
You're dead, yeah.
That's like those are the two. There's not really
Nothing in between.
anything else in between. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, deal. Come on, get up, stop messing around. Come on.
Feel like you're limping. You can barely walk and like you're pale and yeah.
Yeah.
As a
Like,
what? Pale as a what? As a
pale
ghost.
as pale as a pale.
Pale as a pale.
Pale's like a bucket, isn't it? I say, yeah, pale as a ghost would be a traditional thing. Pale
Yeah. And
cream-based snack
okay.
goes into your mouth.
Yeah, and you're still like get up and work.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, just get some sunlight. God. Back in my day, we never would have stood for that. You useless kids. That's what it is. Yeah. Snowflake generation.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
no,
that's
that's not that.
true.
Yeah. Bunch of snowflakes. There we go. That's it.
It's true.
Yeah.
But like do your parents tell like complain about this as well sometimes that the new generation or the snowflake generation they can't do anything.
They complain about every generation.
Everything.
I
Okay,
mean,
yes.
I don't know whether like we are considered part of the snowflake generation, but regardless, there's no safe zone.
Okay, okay.
I think that's just like the way of things go. Anything new is like these new youthful creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
I guess that's the part, yeah, that's a part of the generation gap that, and also for us, I mean, and us also growing up, we start seeing the younger generations as, I don't know, somewhat inferior.
fear threat.
Yeah.
I know all those things I didn't accomplish, they're going to manage to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Those
so it is.
bastards.
Yeah, these smart kids. You're there trying to turn on your iPhone 12. And they're like, bruh, what the fuck is that piece of technology? They're hammering on your Nokia, trying to send an email, and they've got all this like wired in brain tech, and they're all telepathic with each other. And,
Right.
and you're still, yeah, you've got this young small creature that can turn on a television at the press of a button, and you're there smashing them, smashing them for half an hour. That was certainly my parents' perspective. It was like anything that came out after like the 1950s seemed to be
Alien
seems to be
something.
alien, and that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's yeah, you couldn't manage it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, wait till we get there. The
yeah,
what the future generations will come up with
yeah,
and the
yeah.
technology will bring. They'll be
Yeah.
like, boop, 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 boop,
That
what
we'll complain about.
holograms? Yeah.
I
And
mean,
like, how do we turn on this hologram?
yeah, I think I'm there now. Don't use most anything, and yeah, most new stuff. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, exactly. How do you do that?
I'm
Again,
fine.
what's
Fine with horse and cart, mate. Let's just get in the carriage and trundle along. What a cart? No, come on. We're using these beasts to pull our carriages for years.
Yeehaw.
Fine. That's it.
Exactly. All right. So speaking of idioms, I have a few things to talk to you about. Um, well, I have a few questions, obviously, but besides that, I'll also give you a few idioms that some people claim they're not used anymore or they're not so frequent. Yes, so it's better, not to maybe even use them. And then I have a quiz that we'll do together.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, that works. Yeah, certainly some idioms have fallen out of favor, and you would sound like some sort of 60-year-old pensioner if you used them.
Right. And that's the thing. That's
Casting
the
pearls before swine, sort of thing.
Yeah, that right? Right.
So,
I mean,
yeah,
the
and
kind of
and yeah,
the trick of of a student learning English is that sometimes they are given those old-fashioned idioms that nobody uses anymore, or if you do use them, it's more in the context of, I don't know, irony, sarcasm, but you don't use it seriously anymore.
and making fun of your grandparents. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it is sort of you have some occasions if someone for who's learned it as a foreign language will come to a native country and it will be like a sort of relic. I mean, they're very young, they're probably in their 20s, but then they have this speech and they use these phrases that are about 40 years out of date. It's like, where did
Yes.
you come from? What's from you stepped out of a time machine? But,
Exactly. But doesn't it give away the student right away? Like I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I don't think that, if I say yes, what was it, the swine idiom?
casting pearls before swine.
Casting, yes, spells, yeah, before swine. If I necessarily say that, I don't think that you'll just laugh in my face, but it will just be a little bit awkward, irrelevant.
Yeah, it's something I've heard. Depends who you listen to. If you listen to different people,
Yeah,
as in like, what podcasts and things,
yeah.
I've certainly possibly heard it more frequently now.
Mm-hmm.
I would say if you deliver an idiom and you are saying it knowing it's an idiom, it probably comes across slightly different. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you are taught a language and you go, this is the language, this is an idiom, uh, yeah, deliver them separately, then probably it would come off slightly different. Whereas if it is something you have grown up with and integrated into your language, you would notice it a lot
Yeah.
less. When I hear it said, I know what it means. It's like it is quite old fashioned. It makes me think of the 1960s. I think it's an old one that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so there are a few idioms like that again, let's kind of debunk that together, whether they are old-fashioned and
Yeah.
probably it's like better not like to avoid using them unless you want like unless you're making a point of,
Unless you're visiting their retirement home.
making fun of something. Yeah. What do you think is the most like common idiom for an English learner that is not used by natives? Do you have something like this? Because like in my head I have already a few.
Come on, what have we used? How often do my students use idioms a lot?
Huh?
I can't say that I've heard any that are that I would consider out of date,
Mm-hmm.
that I think that's very old. What are some examples I can think of? We're on the same boat.
Mm-hmm.
Open a can of worms. That's a sort of when you're in a different country for a long time. Actually, I would say the use of idioms reduces a lot, and people would use standard language more.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I would say that if I'd spent more time in the UK, I probably would naturally hear many more. But whereas I'm mostly with students,
it's
I
true.
might hear some older ones that they've been taught, and if they've Googled English idioms,
Uh-huh.
but the new language, you you really need to be there to keep up to date with the new terminology.
That is true. But still, how, like, what is the percentage of the like what idioms is the percentage, like what percentage is in, like, a general speech of say a native speaker if you go back home? It's still quite common, isn't it?
Yeah, it is quite common, and
Together with slang, yeah.
this is the thing. This is the thing I was kind of saying. If it's integrated into your language, you don't notice it a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the point. Yes.
And
Also. Hmm.
things like an example we use, we're all in the same boat is one.
Hmm.
I can imagine I would use that in a sentence, but I wouldn't be consciously using an idiom. That's
Yeah, and
yeah.
you probably wouldn't realize that
Uh,
you're necessarily like using an idiom right here. Just
Precisely. A muscle memory pattern
Mhm.
of speech.
Yeah, yeah,
You
it's just a part of
just
your speech
this phrase works, throw it in,
in this situation. Yeah,
and it would not necessarily register as an idiom.
I agree.
Speaking of new terms, not necessarily an idiom, but I would say last time I visited, I was unaware of this before I went back home. So this is probably about 6 months ago. There was one new term that was cropping up everywhere.
Mm, okay.
Just everyone was constantly using it. My friends were using it. I'd walk on the underground and I'd hear people saying it. This new term. I was
Okay.
like, this is ridiculous. What does this mean? And it's a term. It was called. They called it mansplaining.
Oh yeah,
You
mansplaining.
heard
Yeah.
mansplaining. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah,
maybe
can you
about 6 months
explain
ago.
to the listeners?
Yeah, this and I was completely unaware of it.
Of
And
course
everyone
you
just constantly talking about mansplaining. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, yeah. I was like,
because you're a man.
oh man, yeah. And I was like, so obviously I was mansplained about mansplaining repeatedly.
Exactly.
It's just
So
mad.
what is mansplaining? Can you explain what it is?
You
It's
know,
hard. I know it's hard for you
it's
to
hard to
take it.
explain in a simple way. Well, mansplaining. Do you know what it is, or do you want to guess?
Yeah, no, I know what it
Oh,
is.
it
Yeah.
is. Okay, so you know it is. All right, so I'm gonna have to mansplain to the whole audience.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Go ahead and do that.
Mansplaining is when you explain something really, really obvious because you are a man and you know best, so you need to explain things because of your masculinity.
Woo.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it. You dense idiot.
Exactly.
Clearly, that's what mansplaining means. How can you not know? The man explaining thing. That's basically.
Yeah, man plus explain mansplaining. It's
I,
beautiful. I like this word.
I consider it a massive progression of gender equality. I think that's the most
English language.
sexist phrase that's ever been, and it's just tossed around. So it's like that is feminists are going to go wild about that one.
Yeah. Now everybody,
Didn't
what
matter.
happened with the good old just explaining to a
Yeah.
more inferior people
That's it. That was just
the,
we had a
simple
word for
thing.
that. It was called explain, and then they just had to
Before that, yes,
make it a
for the
part of gender
conversation.
discrimination. It's a special thing only men can do.
Yeah.
It's
Then they
certainly
had before that it was
true.
gaslighting, and you're like, what the
That's fine.
hell?
I used to make scrambled eggs with that. I used to be a positive thing in my life. Everyone's complaining.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's fun. Okay.
Yeah, that was a new one. The old mansplain.
That's a
Have you ever been traumatized by a mansplain, Natasha? Have you ever been mansplained to? You can talk about it here. It's a safe place.
yes, do you want to talk about it?
Any harsh memories?
No, but I
No.
think I'm fine, yes. But
But
I
if
think
anyone has been hurt by mansplaining,
I
feel
think
free to
I
call this number.
as a teacher, I sometimes, it's not right, obviously, but
Yeah,
sometimes I feel like I mansplain,
yeah,
in like in inappropriate situations, like outside of the class, maybe the classroom. So I don't know. I think it's not just reserved to men. To
yeah, definitely. Well, I think we all do. I think a lot of the time we explain things for our own benefit. But
yeah, that is
I,
true. That is
as in, someone could say, most people could infer the information, and the mansplaining is an explanation for your own benefit and your own ego.
that is
Make sure
true.
everyone knows that you know what it is.
Yes, yes, and this is you who explained it. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And but that's why, yes, that's why it's regarded negatively, these, and that's why they came up. They had to come up with this new term. So
To
it
explain it.
makes sense. It makes sense.
I can't wait
Again,
for its debut in the Cambridge Dictionary.
yeah. You think it's not there yet?
I can't imagine it's there. I'm pretty sure it's a slang term.
I
Like, I'm sure it couldn't be in the. I'm sure that's not going to make it into the Cambridge Dictionary.
well,
What have we sunk to? Like, mansplaining is going to make it in there.
Oxford Dictionary. Wait for it.
Okay.
Oxford Learner's Dictionary. Okay, we
Oh,
don't.
geez, no, it's there. It's
Yes, it's there. Oxford English Dictionary. I told you, it's a word.
it's a thing.
Colloquial, originally US.
Yeah,
Okay.
meaning of mansplain in English to explain something in a way that suggests they are stupid. Used especially when a man explains something to a woman that she already understands. I've had
What?
to mansplain my own job thing.
Oh my gosh. So my Oxford English Dictionary says that it's of a man to explain something needlessly, overbearingly, or condescendingly, especially typically when addressing a woman, in a manner thought to reveal a patronizing and chauvinistic attitude.
Is it? And that's from the Cambridge Dictionary. That unbelievable. I didn't think that would get out of the urban. To be honest. That was safe. That was staying in the outskirts of the English language. Keep it in the urban dictionary. It's not anywhere else.
No, 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 no. See,
Cockney slang.
it's pretty much everywhere now. And
Official. It's official. I can't believe it.
it's official.
They've got away with that one. That's
Wait,
incredible.
it's since 2017, actually.
That's quite yeah, okay, that's
Okay,
it could have been around for that long.
okay.
Because it's not well, I don't hear it here, but certainly going home, for the
Yeah.
first time in 3 years when I went back, I was like, wow, this mansplain word is everyone's using it. It's a plague. Like 5 minutes
It's mansplaining epidemic.
without finding a victim of a mansplain.
Okay.
This
All
is
right.
set up like hospitals and stuff. Yeah.
So getting back to some idioms that some people don't recommend to use anymore. So one of the most common ones is raining cats and dogs. That this one, and I know this, like this one is in still in all the like students' books, and like all the, like all the sources, resources for, learning English. Raining cats and dogs. What
Yeah,
about this one? Do
you're
you ever use this idiom? Do you ever hear anyone using it?
no.
Unless they're being ironic.
Your old boring grandma might use it. But
There you
thing is that one I put that in the territory of cliche.
go.
Uh, as in it is such a used one that it has. I mean, the definition of cliche is like it's used so much that it hasn't. It's no longer
Yeah.
has any impact. I'd absolutely put that in the category of cliche, and possibly it's there because it's featured in all the sort of students' books.
Yeah.
Possibly that contributes to it. Like it's a cool thing to say, and then as soon as the nerds who write stuff down take,
hmm
and they're like, "Yeah, we're going to put this in our book. This is English." We're like, "Nah."
Yeah, but that's
I don't know if that's how it works. It's like now mansplaining's in the dictionary. We're like, "Ugh,
yeah, you decided
Mom,
you
you've
think
ruined it. You've ruined my English. I can't use it
so
now.
everything that is in the dictionary should go out of the
It's
speech.
not cool. Yeah,
As
yeah.
long as I see it written,
Once it's
I'm
written,
like, nope,
nope, not
next.
me. Nerds have got it. Somehow.
So raining cats and dogs is idiom for strong rain.
Yeah.
What would you say instead? Because since if we don't use it,
Come on,
you're
realistically.
pissing cows. What
Yeah, it's pissing it. Well, it's pissing it down. Yeah, and that would be my go-to. Yeah,
you would say pissing?
it's yeah, probably yeah. It's pissing it down would be a big one.
It's
Um,
pissing it down.
yeah. Oh, look at
Okay.
that torrential downpour. That's not an idiom.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
nice, isn't it?
That's just a
Torrential.
collocation, yes, but
That's
it's
just
beautiful one, yes.
yeah.
Okay. What about pouring? I think the main one is like the main alternative to raining cats and dogs is it's pouring.
Um, yeah, it's pouring with
Like hell.
yeah. It's pouring with rain.
Yeah.
The as if it's one I have heard, as if the heavens have opened up. I mean, which is sort of
Oh
translate as there's a lot of rain coming down. I mean,
my gosh, that's so
God was having a bath
beautiful.
and he opened the heavens and urinate. I don't know. Maybe it's sewage. Maybe it's sewage from the heavens. I don't.
And pissing from the heaven.
It is pissing it down. Yeah.
No, really? As if, what was it? As if the heavens opened up.
Yeah, as if the heavens opened up.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I've heard that.
gorgeous. I should,
That would mean very heavy rain. Yeah.
yeah, I should learn this one and start using it.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, what about piece of cake? How often do you use piece of cake?
Yeah, I say that's yeah, I say that's from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, right. I think any idioms that's overused in language will lose its potency.
Yeah.
But
But
I would not avoid using piece of cake. Cats and dogs would be something that really stings as like you have not put very much effort in your use of the English language. We've got hundreds of over 100,000 words you could have used, and you've just gone for the most lazy, boring.
like the first page of the book,
Yeah,
and you're
you've
like,
opened it up and you've gone, boom, that'll do. I'll use that for the rest of my life. I've only got 60
yeah,
dogs.
yeah, yeah.
Every time it rains, it's going to be cats and dogs. Yeah, why not? It's like you've got more options than that. Stop being lazy. Uh,
Crocodiles and
yeah, it's great.
armadillos.
Crocodiles and armadillos. Yeah, fantastic. Oh, the
Why not?
hippos are coming down. Yeah, okay. We make a point there. If everyone just used a random animal every time, I'd be so confused. It's like, oh, it's lions and frogs outside. What? What do you?
It's raining frogs.
What do you mean? That phrase never really made sense to me, though. I don't understand how someone came from rain to there being cats and dogs.
Yeah, right? What the
It's like
hell?
the imagery if someone says it, the imagery is never cats and dogs. It's never rain. The imagery is cats and dogs falling from the sky, and this strange phenomena of like, what the hell is going on?
Right?
Like, why are
What?
we?
Why?
How do you
Who?
translate animals to drops of water? Yeah,
Water, yeah.
and you can understand the concept of heavy rain, but you wouldn't associate cats or
With
dogs being
cats and
particularly
dogs.
heavy.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, compared to rain, they are heavy, but in general, right?
It's wet. And
Yeah,
cats
it's
and
wet.
dogs aren't necessarily wet. I
Yeah,
don't know. They're
it's like
solid.
that
I
rain's
mean,
so heavy. It's like the Titanic is crashing down from above. I understand that because the rain is heavy and the Titanic is probably heavy, and I
oh
understand the
yeah.
link between that. I don't really get the link between cats and heaviness of rain. That's the
That's actually an interesting question. It's it calls for research of who the hell
yeah,
ever came up with
how
cats and
decided it,
dogs.
and who the hell decided to use it.
Yeah,
Rather than going, nah, we got better. We got better than that.
whoever thought, like, sat down and thought, this would be a great idea to
That'd
start
be great,
using
guys.
raining cats and dogs.
Yeah,
Honey, write it down. We'll start using it.
yeah, yes. Let's do it, darling. Get rid of all
Yeah.
these other phrases we have.
So there's this one that is
Uh-huh.
very frequently used, another one, but as far as I understand, sometimes it's used in all the wrong places. Not my cup of tea.
In all the wrong places. Yeah, I use that all the time when someone passes me a cup. And
It's not my cup of tea.
yeah, it's like, hang on, is that mint? No, it's not my cup of tea. I didn't order that. Sorry, no, stop giving me the cherry blossom. I don't want cherry blossom tea. What is this?
Not mine still.
Milky oolong again? Oh, that's not my cup
Just
of tea.
give me Assam
Literally,
with milk.
really, I stand with the milk. Um, not
Oh,
my
how
cup
do
of
you use it? Because it's I believe it's it's okay to use this idiom, but it seems like it's been overused in sometimes in the like wrong context or something. How do you, first of all, it's not my cup of tea. You can't say it's my cup of tea, can you?
I believe I have said that.
Well, you have all the liberty of saying that, but is it like, I don't know, a common thing to say?
I would put that as in that's within my lexicon. That's within my vocabulary.
Yes. Yeah.
I,
Okay.
I would say I use that. If I'm not into something, I would say, yeah, it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And then as a kind of irony,
Yeah.
the
You
idiom,
would say it's my
I
cup of tea.
might say that is my cup of tea. As a sort of, yeah, so I think I would say that.
Yeah, but that's more like playing with
Direct
the
relation
language.
to the
Yeah,
idiom,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. And we know that, yeah. It's like there's this idiom that always comes to mind in this situation. Is like every cloud has a, it's not an idiom, is it? Every cloud has a silver
Silver
lining.
lining, it's a
Yeah.
saying, yeah.
And it's a saying, yes, but
Yeah.
you don't usually say, in many sayings, I think you don't always use the whole phrase. You just say silver linings, and that's like everybody understands what you're referring to, right?
You could certainly say something like silver lining, or you could certainly say every cloud.
Every cloud, yes,
And
yes.
people will probably get the meaning of what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
In terms of the cup of tea one, does that have a direct translation? Uh, well, into Russian or something? Because I've said
Oh,
I've tried to translate that in
literally.
many years ago, into Russian once or twice to people that I don't really speak any English at all.
Uh-huh.
It seemed to understand, and they were like, "Yeah, I understand what you're saying." Yeah, because I was talking about stack-ons and chai,
No,
things like
there's
that.
no such a thing in
Right,
I don't.
but is there any sort of translation that if you directly translated it, someone was
If you directly translate it, no, it doesn't make any sense. Это не моя чашка чая. It
yeah,
literally means,
that
as you
right,
said, it's not my cup of
right.
tea. Like,
Unless they knew already it was an English
yes,
idiom
it's
and
possible
that
that
you probably
they,
translated,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because it's also one of the most, just
Well,
like raining cats and
the names
dogs.
of people in tea, yeah. Okay, so probably that was the situation, yeah, that they were like, okay.
Это не моя чашка чая. I mean, yeah, or maybe it was the context where you were talking about tea, and cups and
Yeah, and they were just, no, they were just like, oh, he's talking to us again. Just nod and walk away.
yes, yes.
At least you say yes and get out of there. It's the only safe option.
So
Yeah.
what's the context, and what would you say it's not my cup of tea about? Like, like what are some situations that you could
Anything you're not interested in.
like what?
Like, oh, do you want to come play golf this afternoon? You go, that's not my stack on of chai.
That's not my kind of jar.
That's not my cup of tea. There we go. Yeah, so anything you're interested in. Oh, do you want to come for a roast dinner? Yeah, it's not really my cup of tea. It's not really
Okay.
something. That's not something I enjoy. So it's a pretty. That's pretty direct usage that one.
Okay.
And yeah.
So yes, so it's okay to say not my cup of tea. Yes, it's I mean, what would be the kind of an alternative way of saying that? Is there any other like phrase or idiom also to say the same?
Um. Hmm. To say that I'm not interested in something. God, that's a tough one. Not my cup of tea is definitely the most common.
Yeah.
Uh.
It's the one thing that comes to mind
Yeah.
is like it's not my thing, we would say also.
Yeah, that's not my thing. That's not. Yeah, that's not my thing. It's also perfectly acceptable to use. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think when I did that translation. God, I think that was when we were back at Langbridge
Hmm.
years ago. Uh, I can't remember what I was asked about. I think I was probably asked about going to do something, some
Hmm.
extracurricular activity. I don't remember. That was about 5 years ago. That
Hmm.
particular memory. Um, it was well, it was the Luber at the kindergarten,
Okay.
the receptionist girl when we worked there. She may have come after you were there, but I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Uh, yeah, I'm just recalling that particular memory of the stack of chai thing. So maybe we can call her up and be like, "Hi, do you remember 5 years ago when that one British guy you worked with,
Yeah, 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 exactly.
like, yeah, said mentioned something about stack-ons and chai? Yeah, did you understand? Because is there a Russian idiom? Like, just call her up and say, yeah, that was it. Yeah, no, I think, yeah, I was talking to the receptionist, but I think she came after you left, so I'm not sure
Mhm.
you'd have met her very much.
Yeah, well,
A long
I
time
wouldn't have memory of,
ago.
some like well, the people that I didn't communicate that much with
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah.
I mean, I can barely remember your name. Come on.
Well, that's it. Who is this guy? Yeah, yeah. Right now.
And we literally talk like, I don't know,
We do. I
well,
think for at
quite
least once
regularly.
a year. Yeah.
And I'm like, who are you?
Yeah, I don't remember these things anymore. My mind is like a sieve.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. As by the way, in Russian there's when in this situation when we forget easily, there's an idiom that we say that something comes into one ear
Yeah.
and gets out of the other one. Do you have something like this too?
We have exactly the same. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly the
Really?
same. It goes in one ear and out the other. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's
Yeah.
totally. Or if they're a really interesting person, in just up one nostril, and so I
No.
don't know how that would work. No, it is.
Okay.
It generally
It's a
is. Yeah.
good thing that it's used the holes in the face are used
Holes in
and
the face. Yeah.
not
Any
the other
hole. Any hole. Right. So definitely is in one ear and out the other.
Okay.
Mind like a sieve, like is another one, as in
Yeah, I like this
like
one.
just
Yeah.
everything's falling through.
Mm.
Um, like head full of air.
Oh, okay.
You have that
Okay.
kind of thing, as in that there's
Or
nothing
I
there.
like to say, what is it like goldfish memory.
Yeah, we have that. Yeah, memory of a
That's
goldfish.
yes.
Yes, that is the thing.
Not in many things, but I don't remember names. I can never like I don't remember people's names. I remember their faces, but like there's it often happens that a person like just walking in the street and like, oh hi Natasha. I'm like, how do people remember my name? I don't remember anyone.
Yeah, if you stand in front of people, then people remember the names quite a lot. But
Yeah,
it's difficult. The faces we are like naturally ingrained to remember visuals. We
as
remember them really
danger,
well.
right?
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I guess.
I suppose.
I
Worse.
suppose some connection. I don't know exact reason, but because we
Yeah,
are like visual beings,
we are
remember our
visual.
surroundings, remember other
Hmm.
people's faces really well. In terms of faces, the way to remember the names, it's difficult because there's very little connection. So if you learn a bit about someone, so if you can remember the name and attach that to a lot of information,
Yeah.
and
Or
it's easy
if that person reminds you of someone else, then you'll probably always remember it. Yeah.
then
Or
you remember, or
yeah.
if you have if you know another person by that name already
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
sort of lob them in together and you have this association.
Yeah. Many
Uh,
times, like if you've been traumatized by someone else with this
that's
name,
it.
you'll be
Yeah,
like, fucking hell.
whenever
I
there's
got,
abuse, oh, that's so it. Yeah, a negative one's really difficult to shake.
yeah,
I find, yeah, 100%. And you just these poor people that happen to share the same
exactly.
name. It's like, oh God, can't look at you
What?
because you're
What?
reminding of this person you've never met. You. Yeah,
Exactly. And every time I see you, I get triggered. Every time
yeah,
I hear
yeah.
your name.
That's such a thing. That's it. You actually want. That's why you give your kid. I think maybe Kanye West was onto something when he named his kid North,
North, yeah.
because no one's going to get triggered by that
Exactly.
unless they had like an expedition and got attacked by some penguins or something, or polar bears even. That's it. Penguins are the other side.
Well, in Kanye's situation, also the last name is West, so it's kind of cool, Northwest,
That's cool. Yeah. I mean,
right?
anyone
I
gets
mean, yeah. I think it's cooler than like Apple or whatever, you
Apple
know.
West. Yeah.
Okay, I have one more idiom for you
Oh, fair
before
enough.
we move on to the quiz or maybe something. Yeah. This one, I believe that this one is popular in Britain. And it's I've heard a lot actually. I've heard it quite a few times from, maybe in some British shows and stuff that people use it. It's Bob's your uncle,
Yeah. Actually, yeah. So yeah. That's an interesting one.
right?
Yeah.
I kind of like this one. Obviously, I'm not I don't use it because
Yeah.
it's British. So
Um, yeah. Yeah. So what does Bob's your uncle mean? Bob's your uncle means, and everything's fine, everything's done.
yeah, and it's
Right.
like what? And it's and it's that simple, or and it's yes.
Basically, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
everything's that, yeah. So I think it's about, yeah, and that's it, It's that simple.
And Bob's your uncle.
You screw this bolt, you tighten that bolt, and you put it
It's just
together,
one. Yeah. A,
and
B,
it's
C.
fixed. Bob's your uncle,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bum.
Just read the book, do the quiz, and Bob's your uncle. That's it.
Right? Do you use it? Because I feel like
Um,
you use it quite often. I mean,
Not, yeah, I certainly not conscious, not recent, not consciously. I don't.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
think
yeah.
from time to time I might, and I would be conscious if I used it because it is kind of a weird one that is just sort of, you know,
It's so bizarre.
you'd struggle to use it in a serious situation. You wouldn't be in like a courtroom dressed up in your all your attire and your judge's wig and be like, right, you're sentenced to 30 years in prison. Bob's your uncle. That's it. That's it. That's done. Sign the papers, get in the police van. Bob's
Bob's your
your uncle.
uncle.
Your freedom's gone for the next half
I
your
mean, who the hell is Bob anyway? And why is he my uncle?
I suppose it's because Bob is a very simple
Popular?
name.
Simple name.
Bob's a very simple name. So if your uncle's name is Bob, it's very simple to know because that's his
Okay.
name.
Speaking of names,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
you don't have to,
If you
yeah, yeah,
right,
remember.
if your uncle's name is General Fibulus the Third, you might be like, oh, which uncle was that? He sounds inbred. I don't know. If his name's Bob, yeah, Uncle Bob. Nice and simple. Uncle Bob,
Okay.
friendly. He's lived in the same house for the past 40 years. He's a plumber. He just does his thing.
Still alive.
Nice and simple.
Okay, nice and simple.
Bob's
Okay.
Bob's your uncle, mate. Yeah, that's
All
yeah.
right. But you don't like you so it's not very like frequently used what like among younger generations, or is it still okay?
I'd say it's still recognized and
Yeah.
used.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'd say it's still used. It's a covertly, it's an overtly comical one.
Okay,
But yeah,
okay.
then
So
it's
you
quite.
wouldn't use it seriously,
I
really.
don't think so. No, I'm not sure you could really use. Yeah, boardroom meetings. Would you throw out Bob your uncle? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah. There's
think
like a pitch meeting.
yeah, it
You're
has
pitching someone.
it has a bit of amusement attached to it more so than
Okay,
other idioms. Yeah.
okay. But it's like what this one is quite similar to a piece of cake, no? In a way.
Yeah. Very similar.
Okay.
You could
But
probably use it interchangeably.
yeah, okay. What was it? There was one with mom as well. You have some idiom, like it's also British with mom. Do you know what I mean?
Um, mum,
I can't remember. Yeah.
idioms with mum. I have to be careful with this one. Growing up, what did you
Careful
say
with
about this one?
moms.
These
Mom,
mothers,
also mom's something, no? Mom spaghetti.
mum spaghetti.
Oh, mom's the word.
Also, okay, like
Yeah. But this one is what is it? This one is also British, no?
um, I guess so. To be honest, not really. I wouldn't say I've used that one.
Yeah. Because so mom's the word, what does it mean?
I'll admit I'm having a little Google of this one. Oh yeah, what would I infer from it? Well, okay, when you say mum's the word, I I'm inferring that it would be. I've read a little bit, so
Wait, you don't know?
no, Jen,
Are you serious?
I don't think I've heard this one. I don't think I've ever used it.
So this is
I've said
this
that.
is from William Shakespeare, your,
Is it Shakespeare?
compadre.
Anyway, I know possibly I'm really uneducated. Mum's
That's
the word.
interesting.
That's
Okay,
I doubt
it's
this
cool.
was
I'm teaching you
not involved
something.
in my upbringing. Yeah,
I like this one. With mum's the word, usually you make this movement when you say mum's the word. You do
mum's the word. Don't say anything. Interesting. Okay.
right?
Yeah. So no one's ever said that to me in my life. No one's ever said that.
I've heard it quite a few times. I mean, not as often
Did you?
as
Is this okay? I did.
Bob's your
It's got
uncle.
old Shakespeare. Well, fantastic.
No, but I actually didn't know that it's from Shakespeare. But I heard "mum's the word" quite a few times, and yeah, it's yes, like I'll be like, I don't know, can you keep a secret? For example, I'll tell you, can you keep a secret? You're like, "Mum's the word."
What's the word? Interesting. No, I didn't. Maybe no one trusts me with their secrets.
Okay.
That's what it is. Maybe the line. That's see clearly.
And
You're
neither did you, I guess. You also never trusted anyone with the secret, so
no,
you
never
didn't have
never
this
gone there.
conversation.
No, the dog doesn't understand idioms. He doesn't need to know it. Yeah,
Okay. All right. So there you go. Seal up your lips and give no words but mum.
mom. Uh,
Mum is a Middle English word meaning silent. That's why.
yeah. So it says
From mummer, who acts without
Momme. It says the.
Cool.
That's interesting.
Cool.
Okay, that is it. Okay.
There you go. There you go. You live and you learn.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, now is the word. Well, mom is not the word with that, 'cause we're telling everyone, but okay.
Is the word. Okay. So finally I have
Oh,
a quiz.
quizzing. Yeah, let's quiz it up.
Yeah. So as always, I've picked, well, I found a few. There's one that it says most difficult two-word idioms. I'm not sure it's gonna be, I mean, I think it's interesting, but I'm not sure, without the context, I think it's kind of, I mean, I think we do have the context now. Um, and then there's another one where you just have to fill in the blanks.
Okay.
With also some like some of the most common. Oh no, but these ones are North American idioms.
Yeah.
100 essential North American idioms. How do you feel about that?
That sounds, yeah, with they're North American, I'm doubting their essentialness. But there we go. That sounds good. We can do those.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
I've allowed screen share. If you
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, because I was just gonna tell you that. Can you please
yeah,
let me?
let me do your security things. Yeah.
Okay. So this one is the two-word idiom, the most difficult one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here, this one we have the North American idioms. So which ones do we? Well, we don't have to go to do 100 just until we
Yeah.
we're out of the
Yeah.
time. So which one do you want to go with?
Um,
This one's timed, so
yeah, most difficult. We can do that. That sounds good. We can test our knowledge. The trick
yeah.
is
So here, look, that's what I'm
okay,
talking about.
okay, so it's got us a lot. Time off work. In which one does activities closely resemble?
So time of work in which one does activities closely resembling work. So here we have to, oh my gosh, find
Okay.
the idiom. Time
Ah,
of
okay.
work. Is
Uh,
it full leg? Horse feathers? No. Because I don't know many of these. I
yeah,
think
no,
I only know John Hancock.
um, I really have no idea with this. I think I might have heard of Dutch Uncle, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, let's do the other one then.
Okay.
Because I mean this one is fun to do because well,
Just
we can do it
because it's
uh
easier. It's a quiz first.
anyways, yeah.
High scoring.
Uh but
This is a self-confidence quiz.
yeah, this one
Oh,
is
okay. Yeah.
okay. And here they have also you can see definitions, but I'm sure that you would know most of these, but let's take a look because mom's the word. See, there's still some things that we don't know.
There we
So,
go.
so go ahead and read then the situation. What do we have?
Okay. I met your boss today. He's a real jerk.
Okay, then they answer
He's really
something.
giving him a job.
Here's
I'm
the
gonna
reason I
say
hate my job.
so we have out of sight, out of mind. Birds of a feather
Mhm.
flock together. Flock together. Make sure you say that one nice and slowly and enunciate your words. You can say that again.
Birds of feather flock together.
Flock together. Keep that.
Okay.
Word spread. Word spread.
The word spread. Is that an idiom?
Again, I haven't heard that one. I don't know. No one's ever said that. Or if they said it, I've gone okay, and then I've gone and spoken to someone
Okay.
else. It's the kind
So
of thing. So if
I
someone
think
says that, you pat them on the shoulder and you go, okay,
the word spread.
later.
I think I'd say C. You can say that again, no?
Yeah, that's what I'd go for.
Yeah.
You can
It
say that
makes
again.
sense. Yeah,
You can say
I
that
bet you
again.
will.
It is a way of saying I agree with you.
Yeah,
Here's the
yeah.
reason I hate my job.
He is a real jerk.
So yeah, looking at the second phrase, yeah, you can
Yeah.
totally agree with each other. So the correct one.
Oh, cool. They give the definition expression that means that you definitely agree with what was just
Yeah.
said. Cool. All right. Great. Okay. So I have a nice apartment, but it's twice as expensive as my old place. Cost an arm and a leg. That's another one that I forgot to talk about because it's very popular.
Yeah.
Cross my fingers, read between the lines, and go with the flow. Well, I guess it's
Two
easy.
arms and three legs. Yeah, cost an arm or a leg. That idiom
It's kind
um,
of similar to also
relates to
to
being something being expensive, and we have
yeah,
expensive in the.
but this one is used as opposed to like raining cats and dogs. That one is not really, but this one is used, no?
Yeah, so I'd say that is the sort of level of it's on the same level as raining cats and dogs.
Yeah.
The thing I'd say with this one is that the idiom makes sense.
Right. I agree. Yeah.
As in, we're going back to, for raining cats and dogs, I hear that and I think that makes no sense. Right? Out of context, because it's well known, I understand your meaning,
Yeah.
but really taken out of the situation, I wouldn't get it. Cost an arm and a leg, it's a well-known saying, but I
Yeah.
understand completely what it means. It's
Right.
slightly abstract of, I assume you haven't given someone an arm and a leg. That's quite a high price because you've only got two each of those forever. So it's something everyone can kind of relate to. But yeah. So
That's
that's
a
certainly
bit extreme,
an
yeah.
old one. It's
Yeah.
extreme, it makes sense.
But what would be an alternative, I don't know, phrase or how, like, what else would you say to say that something costs a lot of money?
It costs
Because exactly, right? What would you say?
uh, two arms and three legs.
Two arms and two legs.
Even more, yeah. Costs not a leg, yeah.
I don't think there are like good alternatives to this one.
Not well known, famous. Not
No.
I can think of off the top of my head.
Hmm. Okay. We'll do some research again. Okay, next, this one is yours.
The coach told me that if I didn't, I'd be kicked off the team.
Okay.
Okay, so coach saying something and being kicked off the team. A, get my act together.
Hmm.
B, go all out. C, let off steam. Or D, learn the ropes / know the ropes.
Okay. How about we first talk about the wrong ones and then because this one is also pretty straight, well, pretty
Yeah,
simple.
let's
So
talk about the wrong ones and let's see what they.
yeah, let's start with the last one.
Cool. Learn the ropes. This essentially means, I guess it would. I guess it would originate from boxing,
Like,
thinking like ropes around the boxing ring, as in that's like the basic.
oh,
But look,
I thought
so I don't know.
no, I
The,
thought it
the,
like ropes when you tie the ropes, like in marine or
it could be, yeah. It could be the ropes you're basic, as in if you're in the military and you're a marine,
yeah.
tying the ropes is the most basic thing. Essentially, learn the ropes means learn the basic rules.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you read it like that, it could make some sense. It's not the best fit,
Right.
but
What
yeah.
about let off steam? I like this one.
Let off steam. Let off steam means you're a kettle, you're full of pressure, so you need to take your lid off and reduce the pressure inside so your steam comes out. Let off steam means to have some fun.
How would you, yeah, okay. So can you give us like an example, a situation where you use let off steam?
Would you like to go out for some drinks tonight? We need to let off some steam.
Yeah, like yeah, it's
Like, oh,
Friday.
I'm
It's
so
Friday
stressed
night.
about my
Yeah.
exams. I
Mhm.
want to go let off some steam. I want to go relax.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, okay, you're so back to the ropes one just a second. Yeah, you are correct. It comes from the Navy. Almost all
Yeah.
ships had sails and recruits and you needed to tie the knots, and the ropes are the most important thing. Yeah, so you're
Yeah.
100% correct that origin, yeah.
Cool. All right. Great. Thank you. Now we know.
Yeah.
Thanks to Google.
Yes, cool. We got it. We check this stuff. We're all about proper information. Yeah.
Yeah. So what about go all out? I also like this one. To go all out.
To go all out means to put all of your effort in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
As in, again, what would be the situation?
um, Guys, we've only got an hour left until the deadline, so we need to go
Mm-hmm.
all out. We need to put 100% effort in now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's
Mm-hmm.
only 10 minutes left of the test, so for this last 10 minutes, go all out. Put
Yeah.
everything in,
Yeah.
everything you got.
Mm-hmm. Everything is on stake. Yeah.
Yeah, everything's at stake, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And finally, get my act together.
Get my act together is, well, similar to go all out, as in they're both kind of towards effort and progress. But get
Mm-hmm.
back together is more like you are not doing very well. You need to come towards. Yeah,
There's it. I
yeah,
see
that's the
doggy.
doggy. That's the doggy. He's getting his act together. Get my act together is kind of come up to the minimum standard. For example, if your current, we're using exams a lot. If your current grade is an F, you need to get your act together and get to at least a C or something. If you're not at the current standard or what you're not doing, either doing what you're doing now is not okay.
Yeah.
Your act together is coming up to the standard.
Yeah. Like pull yourself together and
Put yourself together,
yeah,
yeah.
start working harder and yeah.
Yeah, if you can't tie any knots in ropes, get your act together,
Just
learn
go
the
get your
ropes,
act together.
and then you can go all out and let off some steam. Yeah, yeah, that's the
Absolutely.
order.
Okay, so what's the correct answer here?
Correct answer. I'm going to go for if I don't get to my act together. Seems to be the most appropriate for
Yeah,
what the coach would say.
yeah, that's what I also thought.
If
Yeah.
it's towards getting kicked off the team, it'd be pretty tough for kicking you off for like not going all out. It's get your act together seems to be the kickoff thing.
Okay, yeah. So get my act together means to start behaving properly. So
Yeah.
yeah, good one. Okay. So the film on global warming was a or an something for Tom. He had no idea the planet was in such bad condition.
Well done, Tom.
Okay, this one is pretty easy, but let's talk about everything
Right.
still. So road rage. Oh, I don't know this one.
There's road rage. Road rage.
Right.
Road rage is like traditional. Um, well, on the internet, you have very famous Russian driving videos.
Okay.
Everyone learns their like one word of Russian, which is uh, yeah,
Yes.
that's all people know. Whenever I go home, people are like, yeah, I was watching this video on the internet of a guy driving. I learned this word, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's.
Okay,
Very
great.
famous for that. That's what everyone tells me about when I say they're like, oh, I saw a video of a guy driving. Um,
This is as much as I know about Russia.
yeah. So if you get a car, then you'll understand. But road rage is basically when someone's angrily driving and beeping the horn a lot and causing damage. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I hate those
When you get
people.
angry about stuff and you're driving, road rage. Yeah.
But is it only used in the the on the road, like in driving situations, or can you use it
Yeah, I know
outside?
specifically is about the road.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
word road. Yeah.
If you
Hmm.
get road rage, you are on the road.
Okay, okay.
That's a specific thing. I'm not really sure it would make sense.
So I don't know. It doesn't sound like an idiom anymore. Then it's just
It's a description. It's a
yeah,
description
right?
of a phenomena. It's a
Yeah,
scientific observation.
yeah, exactly.
Human
That's just
behaviors
yeah. Do people do that? Yeah,
since the invention
that's
of
what
the
happened.
automobile. Yeah.
Okay, so then we have breath of fresh air. I like this one too.
Breath of fresh air. Yeah. Something that is nice for a change. Yeah.
Right. For example, what would be a breath of fresh air for you right now?
Um, what would be a breath of fresh air? People
Who
calling
know
you.
how to use idioms
Yeah,
in
people
their
know how to use
speech.
idioms. That'd be a breath of fresh air. Yeah.
No, just kidding.
That's what I want. People who know how to use this stuff. Breath breath of fresh air is I don't know. Maybe everyone's calling you about work all the time, and a breath of fresh air will be someone calling you up and going, "Hey, do you want to go for a pub? Go to the
Yeah,
pub, let
yeah,
off some steam." Like that's a breath of fresh air.
yeah,
Someone's not
absolutely.
chasing me to get that project done that I should have done 6 months ago.
Phew,
Like, come on,
yes.
guys, I said I'd do it. Just give me another year. I'm on it. Honestly. So
Just
impatient.
stop. Yeah. Okay, stop bombarding
It's
me
done
with
my
all the.
retirement, I promise. Jesus.
Okay. So then we have eye opener. So an eye opener essentially is what?
Well, and I think this one's quite this would be a bit of mansplaining from me. I think if I explain this one, but yeah,
Okay.
if your eyes are closed, you can't see anything. So, and if your eyes open, you are given new knowledge and new vision.
Yeah, so it's like a realization. Yes,
Yeah,
quite a very important one. Yeah.
real.
Uh,
Yeah, I.
People started using a lot, like at some point, people started using a lot word inside and inside.
Yeah.
So everybody started having insides like
It's like
all over the place.
insight. Yeah,
So yeah, it's an eye
I,
opener. Yeah.
yeah. I was
I love this
like
this
very transphobic, and then I went to the LGBTQ2
yeah.
QT rally.
Q plus.
The plus divided, add it all on. And now
Yeah.
my eyes are opened, and I'm
Wait,
still
but
grumpy old man there.
eye opener sounds like we have a can opener as
Uh,
the
I
object.
wouldn't open your eyes with a can or a can opener. That would
With your
be, you'd open your eyes
open a
once.
can opener with open a can with your eye.
That's it. Yeah, that would be one opener. But an eye
Okay.
opener to have new insight and new information.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. What about long haul? That's the
Uh,
last.
long haul. Yeah, I guess this isn't probably a a fairly simple one because this is used literally with um flights. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, again,
like
it's not an idiom. It's just a phrase, just an adjective.
so I guess with a flight it is a to haul something is to take. So I guess with a flight it's a literal. If
Okay.
something is a long haul in general, so if you use it out of context, you can, and
Mm-hmm.
it simply means that it's going to be a long journey or a long trip or a long effort of some kind.
Okay.
Or,
Okay.
or like, if we go on this road trip to Vladivostok, we're in for the long haul. There's no going back. Uh,
Or we can say, oh my gosh, I don't know, the yesterday's meeting with the boss
yeah,
took us, I don't know, 3 hours. It was a long haul.
it was a long haul. Yeah. It was a long, tiring effort. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we could, yeah, use it. How do they explain road? Okay. Like, just like that? Extreme.
Yeah. Specifically when you're driving, and
Yeah.
yeah, you
Okay.
need to have a road. To have
Boring.
a road.
Okay. Maybe that's why I didn't like, I didn't even like register
No,
it as
no,
an
they
idea.
they put them in the textbooks,
Yeah.
but so,
Okay, so in this specific example, the correct answer is eye opener. So the film on global warming was an eye opener for Tom. He had no idea the planet was in such bad condition. So he watched this film
yeah.
and he suddenly realized, yeah,
I, I,
how
I assumed he was starring in the film.
ba-
So I thought it was him. He was like, "Whoa, man, what are we doing to the planet?"
So yeah, eye opener means something that makes you see or think about something differently from then on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Next is yours. Let's do a couple last ones. Okay.
My grandfather likes to about his school days. He tells the same stories again and again.
Oh, but I love those moments when like uh, sometimes I actually ask my mom to tell like she's like there are stories that she told me like 100 times and I like to ask her to tell me those stories still because I know also that like she kind of relives those moments, and
Yeah.
she enjoys telling those stories, and so do I. So I think it's a beautiful thing that when
Yeah.
people do that. So what are the idioms that we have? Get
Uh,
out of hand.
telling the stories. That's
Likes
interesting.
to get out of hand.
Do you enjoy the repeated stories that come from the elder relatives?
Yeah, it's sweet.
Yeah.
Especially
Okay.
this like the sweet ones, not
Yeah.
like you wouldn't like I don't know. I wouldn't ask like I don't know a grandparent to tell me about the war, for example, experience
It's
because
like, what's the most traumatizing experience in life?
yes,
Again,
exactly.
again, come on.
Yeah. So I lost my leg.
I was
Okay,
I was
tell me how
alone.
did you do
How?
that?
How did you do that? How did you jump to that? Was it fun? Can I lose my leg? No.
So yeah,
Only
not
if you buy an expensive house.
an arm and a leg.
It'll cost you an
Well,
arm.
I already lost a leg, so now I have to
I can't afford it now because I can't give them any limbs. That's so sad.
a
Oh,
50% discount.
yeah. Just go. I don't have all my limbs now. Oh.
Okay, so let's talk about the idioms that we have here.
Um, yeah, because
So
I sometimes
speaking
find
of limbs,
but when there are about three stories to get circulated for the first like 16 years of your life, I'm like I can't do this again.
yeah,
Can't
can
handle it.
we change the channel?
Yeah. So, again, this one it gets come on, give me a new TV show. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, cool.
You could just record say, okay,
Right,
grandpa, here's the audio recorder.
here's your recorder. Yeah. I put it
Just
on
record
TikTok.
your story and
Just
play it every time you want.
every time I want to tell it, just there we go. And here's a
Someone
video of me nodding my head, pretending to listen. Just
enjoy.
there's
Yes.
some comic cut out there. Cool. My grandfather liked to about his school days. He tells the same stories. So get out of hand. Uh,
Which means,
get out of hand. If something's in your hand, the idea is you have control. Something is
mhm,
out of hand, then it's kind of chaotic and there's not much control.
out of control. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not in control anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something's
Can
out of
you
hand.
yes, an
You or
example?
something, or you or something in general has gotten out of hand. It's gotten out of control. Yeah.
Yeah, the situation, yes, we usually
Yeah.
say
Generally a
the
situation.
situation has gotten out of control, yeah,
Like, oh,
out of hand, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. It's like, oh, those kids are chucking rocks through the window. It's getting a bit out
Yeah.
of hand. Just a bit out of, oh, I'm not ready for this. My hands aren't
Oh
ready.
no, here they are coming up to me. Run.
Again, it's like, excuse me, sir. You dropped your plastic bag. Oh, no, don't have. I don't know what kids say these days.
Okay. Okay, so get out of hand,
Oh,
okay.
give it all my,
Give
yeah,
it my all, give my
give it
all.
my all. So, you know, what, we did have something a while ago. I was going for a walk, and it wasn't a kid, but someone. It was like a promoter in like a
Uh-huh.
t-shirt. I'm doing the granddad thing now. I'm telling stories again.
Yeah, go
Um,
ahead.
but it was like they came up to us and they did say you've dropped something. It's like a person with a big megaphone,
Uh-huh.
and immediately I was like getting traumatized flashbacks and things. Because at school, you get this a lot. People come up and go, "Oi, mate, you dropped something." And then you look behind you, and they go, "Yeah, look, there's this kind of joke we had." They go, "Yeah, look, yeah, you dropped your gay card," or something like that. And you'd look, and then they'd make fun of you because that implied the fact that you looked at it,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
actually thought you had dropped your card that grants you
No,
homosexuality. Not as a yeah, it's a
that's
different,
a
different age
prank.
growing up, or a different age. Yeah, that
Yeah.
implied they're like, ha, that means you must have one, and you were humiliated. Everyone knew that your biggest fear was losing your homosexuality card on the floor. Then you wouldn't get access to the clubs anymore. I don't know how it works. I'm not sure.
Wait, what
Um,
is a gay card?
a gay card, I don't even know what a gay card is, but this is what
Exactly.
people would say. This is what people
Oh my
would say to
gosh.
you.
Well, teenagers,
Yeah,
Jesus.
and you'd be like,
You
and
know
then
what?
it's like,
No,
well, and you'd be ridiculed because you thought you dropped your gay card. You hadn't. It's safely in your wallet, right? No, keep that safe in your pocket, mate. Zip that up. Don't want to lose you. Don't lose your gay card,
exactly.
right? No, but
But
yeah, you get ridiculed for looking at the
you were
floor.
you were traumatized.
Yeah, and you get ridiculed. But so this did happen recently, and they were like, "Oh, you dropped something," and I looked at the ground, and immediately I was like, "Oh my God, I've walked into this." It's
I still did
been
it.
over 20 years, since I've had to deal with this. But the reflex, I looked at the ground, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Shit!" I could just hear in my head this person going, "You dropped your gay card. You dropped your gay card." I was like, "No, it's happened. I thought I was safe. I've moved thousands of miles away." Um,
There is a guy in
uh,
here in Nizhny on the main street.
Yeah, and he does the gay
Uh
card thing to everyone.
no, he doesn't do the
He
gay
does that to
card,
you. Yeah,
but he says you dropped your smile every time you pass. He
yeah.
says, "Oi."
All right, drop the smile. You have it, mate. I don't want it. I don't need it. I haven't needed it for the past 15 years. Keep it.
Yeah, every time he's like, "Oh, you dropped your smile." I'm like, but this has been like, well, back in the day, it was like a popular pickup line.
Yeah, terrible. I'm sure I'm popular with who?
Yeah,
Who was
exactly.
like, oh
It's
yeah, what
terrible.
social community was into that? I don't know.
Yeah, like, "Hey, beautiful, you dropped your
That's
smile."
just a way of saying you look miserable, isn't it? That's just a slightly
Yeah,
okay. You
exactly.
look, you look miserable today, you git. Thank you. What a nice way to start.
Thank you. Yeah, it doesn't really make
Appreciate
you
it.
smile.
I think, screw you, mate. I don't want to smile. That's what they said to me, actually. That's what they said. They didn't do. Maybe they should have just said gay card. That's what they said to me when they did this.
They also said you dropped your
Yeah, they
smile,
said I dropped my smile, and I was like, oh, that was all good.
and in
Oh
your
yeah, my other card is safely in my wallet. Thank Christ. Couldn't lose that after all
the
these
gay
years.
card is with me. As long as
I've
I,
got it.
as long as the gay card is here,
I've got the gay card.
I
Right?
don't care about my smile.
That's it. The smile, ten a penny.
Who
Rubbish.
cares? Okay, so give it my all.
Give it my all. So that's similar to
What was it?
go all out was our other
Go
one.
all out. Yes, and there was
Uh,
another one.
so it's uh, oh, I don't know the other one. So
Yeah, I
go all
don't
out was,
remember the other one. Yeah,
I don't remember if we had another one.
yeah, yeah.
But give it my all, very similar to give all your effort,
Mm-hmm,
give it
mm-hmm,
your personal best, your personal 100%.
mm-hmm.
Um, to go on about something.
I like this one because We know, again, at school, yes,
Yeah,
as an English learner, we learn go on, which
yeah,
means continue, yes, like
yeah.
uh, to go on doing something, right? Uh, but here we have go on, going on about, so to go
To
on about.
to go on about, yeah, to go on is yeah, similar to continue
Similar to
because
continue, but
then
it's slightly different kind of connotation.
slightly different. And generally it means it is in a repetitive
Yeah,
and slightly
and irritating.
irritating way if someone
Yes.
is going on about as in they are probably mansplaining in some way if they keep going on. Like, oh, he's going on about it
When is he
again.
going to shut off?
Shut up, man. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Okay.
and catch my eye. That's probably what's happened when someone uses the "you dropped your smile" line. Like you have caught their eye.
Yeah.
So they
Okay.
deploy their number one most powerful pickup line from the internet and 101 cheesy pickup lines to use piece of
Exactly.
Disney. Oh,
Wait,
I'm sorted. God.
wait. The other one was what was it? That the angel has dropped something. What was it
Oh
about the
yeah, you go up and you go, excuse me, miss. Did it hurt? And you go, when? What do you mean? Did what hurt? And I go, when you fell from heaven. And then you blush and you collapse you're
Yeah.
just so overwhelmed.
Yes.
And then you get
Oh my gosh. That's terrible. Yeah.
standard, yeah. Got
Oh.
banned because people were so flattered they just faint. Or they hit you on the head with a handbag. It's extremes with that kind of line, wasn't it?
That's terrible. So catch my eye means to like draw someone, like to attract my attention. Yes.
Attention, yeah, to get someone's
Something.
attention. This, like,
Yes,
if you're in
something
a shop, I go, oh, this teapot caught my eye.
caught my
It's
eye.
interested in
Yes.
this, yeah.
Which I like this because also if you think about it like literally, it's kind of I don't
It's
know. I'm in the fishing kind of zone right now.
yeah, like someone's got a big hook, like yeah, the
Ah,
teapot's got
yes, into my eye. Get it out.
on it. Yeah.
Okay, so in this situation with the grandfather who likes to something about his school days and he tells the same stories again and again, what's the correct answer?
Uh, I'm going for option three to go on.
To go on, yes, to
Yeah,
go on about
tell me
something.
again, again. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, speak for too long about something uninteresting. Something uninteresting.
Generally, yeah. Yes.
Okay, so shall we do the last one? This
Yeah, let's
one.
go on.
Okay. So this one is I tried to something about Alan, even though I'd heard some bad things about him. Hmm. I tried to something about Alan. Okay.
Mhm.
So rings
Uh,
a bell.
ring a bell. So ring a
Ring.
bell.
Mhm.
Yeah, ring a bell is actually nothing to do with ringing. Uh, it would ring a bell in your head, but it's to do with your memory.
Yeah, something you'd say, Wait, wait, what I don't know, like what was it? Natasha, rings a bell. Who's that? Where have I met her?
Oh, yeah, she dropped her smile last week. Ah, yes. That's where I remember you from. But yeah, if someone rings a bell, you can have some memory of it.
Yeah,
Vague
yeah, like
recollection.
you're remembering something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Give it a shot.
Give it a try.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Just try
To
something.
have a go at something. Yeah, yeah.
Just have a go. Yes, I like this one too. Yes, give it a shot, give it a try, have a go at something,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Yeah, just try something.
Yeah.
Lend you a hand or give you a hand.
Well, if you're trying to buy a house with your arm and leg but can't afford it, then you just
You have no leg
you
already.
got there. You got no legs, so your friend can loan
Lend you another hand.
uh,
You're like,
him
sorry.
opposable digits. There you go. Give it back to me at some point.
I'm paying, yes, I'm paying with digits.
Digits, yeah.
5 digits.
Give me
But yeah.
5 fingers. Ah, no, not like that.
Well, you still have another five,
You
so
got
it's
another
fine.
5. Yeah, you got another one. What are you complaining about? Buy another house.
Okay, so
Mm.
lend your hand or give your hand
Lend your
means
hand to help someone,
help someone.
to
Yeah.
give someone some help.
Yeah. And finally, have an open mind
An
or
open
keep an
mind.
open mind.
Yeah, to open mind, to be willing to accept something new.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Maybe not like don't not to have like not to be biased towards
Not,
something.
yeah, that's better. Yeah, to not to have predisposed negative thoughts
Yes,
specifically.
towards something.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
To
absolutely.
remove your
So I'd
unconscious
say
bias.
in this situation about Alan, I choose the last one,
I
have
would
an
also
open
choose the
mind.
last one. Yeah, open
Try
mind.
to keep an open mind. Yeah. About Alan,
Yeah,
even though I
about
heard
Alan.
some
Even
bad
though it's no
things
bad
about
things, poor old Alan. He's just doing his best.
whatever has he done.
He's just going on Google using the best chat lines he can find,
But it's also Alan double L. I mean, the whatever is
Like an
like,
Allen key. Is it like an Allen?
why do they do that?
I've never seen it. Yeah, I guess some people spell it like that.
What about that? Like, let's just double everything. Double A, double L, double N.
Yeah, I have no idea why it's double L. Generally, I think traditionally it is with one.
Yeah. But maybe it's like Sarah with H, you know.
Sarah with an H. Yeah, traditionally, yeah, usually when I see Sarah, I think I would typically imagine it with an H at the end.
Yeah, yeah. But then there
Uh,
are people who are like, ew.
without the H, I would say I would pronounce it as Sarah for some
Sarah.
reason. Yeah, I have no idea why that's like I don't know what rule governs that.
Huh,
The
interesting.
spelling of
But
Sarah always had an H in my head.
what about like the like Harry and Gary? Those
As in like
things
Harry
too.
Potter
Like,
and Gary Potter. They're
yeah,
actually the
no,
same
like
character.
Harry Potter and Gary Oldman or Gary
Oh,
Truman.
Gary Oldman. Well, they're different letters, Harry and Gary.
Yeah, but isn't it the same name? Like, 'cause
Well, I mean,
why
it
is it
depends.
so
Is
confusing?
that how they're pronounced? Are they pronounced because Russian Harry Potter is Gary Potter,
Yeah, exactly. So for
and
us,
that
Harry
doesn't make me
Potter,
think of an 11-year-old wizarding boy. That makes me think of some like 40-year-old working class man
it's
down the pub.
absolutely Gary.
uh,
Plumber, a plumber.
Yeah, plumber Gary. He's very reliable. He's very good at plumbing. I'm not, not knocking that. I'm not picturing Gary at wizarding school, to be honest. Oh, Gary, my pipes are broken again. There's the ghosts are ruining the
So
plumbing in Hogwarts.
in
That's the real
Guardian
hero.
Leviosa.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my gosh. No, but that's confusing. Like, why would you do this to us?
So are both those characters Gary? So Harry and Gary are just merged. But
To
well, is that a specific language thing? Like in when things are translated to
yeah,
Russian,
absolutely.
it's Gary
Yeah.
Oldman and Gary Potter.
Yeah, it's the
That's
same.
that's
Absolutely. It's one
interesting.
name. There's no also see in your case there's also double R, one R, so it's
Yeah,
so much confusion. So
yeah,
in Russian it's just Gadi. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, the doubles typically to ensure you know
How to spell.
that. Well.
No.
It's about pronunciation because often if there is a Y, it
Mm.
will move the E.
Yeah, it's
And
air.
so
Yes. Yeah.
if you don't have that double, you don't
Yeah.
know whether it should be an A sound in the middle and there's an E removed. But if there
Yeah.
is a double, then you know that the E sound should, even if it was there, it would not affect the A.
Yeah, but I mean, you wouldn't really know quite often anyways. You'd still have to check because there are hundreds of exceptions. Yeah, so I understand. Yes, you're saying like, for example, care. You're not gonna say whatever. Yes,
Yeah.
because it's
Because it's got the
CARE.
E at the end. Change
But
it.
when we have carry, yeah, it's not gonna be but it's still carry, for example,
Well, what spelling is this?
or
Car.
I
I
don't
wouldn't say Kari. If it's a double R,
carry.
it's carry.
Yeah,
It's
carry. Yeah, yeah.
carry. If it was Carey, it would be Carey.
Yeah, absolutely. Carry.
It's
Yeah, but R
yeah,
is also
right.
a bit, I mean, it's not. the
I
simplest
there might be some exceptions. For the most part, um, I think it's reasonably straightforward.
Yeah, but
It's
I
easy
think,
to
yeah, I
line
think we should talk about names someday, because
and how names work.
it's another fascinating topic, with all those Richards, and our favorites.
Dick the second. Yeah,
Yeah. So we're definitely gonna talk about names now that I think about it, because
yeah,
we can talk about these also for hours, and also the fascinating thing of shortened, like the nicknames, the shortened versions of, like, Bob as Robert, or Rob as Robert,
yeah.
or Bill
And
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 Will.
William is Bill. Yeah, I never
Yeah,
get that one.
right? Isn't it confusing?
I know.
So
So, yeah, it's if you grow up with it, it's fine. But it's confused. I can remember situations where people be like, "Oh, you have a lesson with Andrusha now," and I'm like, "I thought I had a lesson with Andre. Who the hell is this Andrusha?" Like literally stuff like that. It's the same thing. Remember, I'm
yes,
sure I've mentioned that
exactly.
before. That
And
specific event.
yeah, and well, Andre and Andrusha, okay, at least they sound
It's the
similar.
same.
But what about Alexander and Sasha? That's
Sasha,
like
that one I've got no idea. Um,
that's like completely different names. And
yeah,
even my name, I always, like, every time I travel, every time I have to explain, like, if it gets there, I have to explain that Natalia is in Russian, like it's an official, it's like formal kind of, form of my name. So
yeah,
in the documents, in the passport, it's always going to be Natalia, but Natasha is like an informal way. But it's not two different names, it's the same name,
right, yeah.
which is confusing to Europeans
Because it's
because
not,
it's two
yeah,
different names.
it's that thing of the formal and informal rather than it's been done to abbreviate the,
Yeah, absolutely. It's not that it's a shorter version, because it's just one letter
yeah,
shorter
that's
in
not,
Russian. Not even in English, it's not shorter at all. In Russian, it's one letter shorter. But yeah, it's more, yes, like a nickname. I don't know.
I guess it's to do with the sounds. I imagine, well, thinking about it and saying it, the sh sound is easier it is easier to pronounce, and the shape is easier to pronounce than Natalia.
Absolutely.
That's quite, you need quite clear diction with that, but Natasha's quite a lazy, like a lazy, I'm not trying that hard.
But I don't know, for whatever reason, I don't like Natalia.
Yeah.
Uh, and I don't like the way foreigners pronounce it as well.
Yeah, we were doing a bad job every time we just like,
Right?
oh, they come in,
Even
you
yeah, even though
butchered the
it's not only a Russian name, though, like, it's in Latin
name.
America, there are Natalias as well.
Yeah,
But I don't know why it's so hard for you, like, and you just, like, you don't pronounce it, like, I'm not in love with the formal name, my formal name in general, but then when you try to say it's Natal,
yeah.
you're
Oh, yeah.
no, let's just go with Natasha. I don't know.
Yeah.
Natalie, even Natalie is
You just
fine for me.
called Nat. Yeah, that's
Or just Nat, yeah,
Nat.
whatever. Yours is simple, but is Josh short for Joshua?
It's short for Joshua, but typically the first name people jump to is George. I think
N-
George is more famous.
in England, or
Oh, no, no, here. If I
in
say
here? Yes, yes, yes.
people
They
pronounce it back to me
they think that you're
and will
George.
say it and spell it as a George.
Yeah, like the monkey.
Yeah, yeah. But thank you of all the things. I was hoping to go for Peppa Pig actually, but okay, I see how that is. Okay, all right. I'll remember that. I'm writing that down. That's
Well, it was
not. I'm not
curious.
going to ask you if
Curious.
you've dropped your smile anymore. That was never a
Okay,
world of hurt now.
but aren't you curious? I thought you were curious.
George the monkey, George the curious monkey. Yeah, yeah, I guess
Curious
so.
George.
Curious George, yeah, George of the jungle.
Yeah, yeah. But wait a second, but is Joshua in your passport, or your
Joshua's my passport. Joshua Samuel, yeah.
Joshua? And
Yeah.
also those again, we'll have to talk about names, because the spelling, I mean, I'm always confused with Sean. Like the
Sean.
name Sean is already confusing enough, but then
Yeah,
there's the SEAN. I think this is like the classic one.
that's a tough one. But they're Irish. I mean, my favorite actor as a kid was Cian Bian.
The what? Oh, Sean Bean.
Legend.
Okay, all right,
There we go.
let's finish
But
with Alan.
as a bonus, try and Google the name. Well, I can type it. Siobhan is a tough one.
Oh yes.
That's a nightmare. I remember the
Yeah.
first time seeing that, I had to Google a video how to pronounce this name.
To
I was
pronounce
reading it and
Siobhan,
I was like, that
yes.
cannot be
The
this.
way to pronounce, yeah, why would you spell it this way?
Why?
It's like it's like even beyond French pronunciation, I think, or like spelling. Yeah, it's
Oh,
fascinating. I'm also, yeah, I'm fascinated by those
I
Irish
don't care about, yeah.
names. Okay, so have an open mind. Let's be done with Alan. Goodbye.
Yeah, open
Say
mind.
goodbye to
Open mind.
Alan, double
Alan.
L.
There we go. Very good. Amazing
Yeah.
new ideas.
So
Yay! Well done, Alan.
yeah. Me to
Legendary.
be willing to consider new ideas. Yes, have an open mind. So there you go. That's
Fantastic.
fantastic. Oh, and we got 560 points.
That's pretty good. It's
I don't know why
pretty
I thought
professional,
it
but
was 100 point for each answer. We didn't make any mistakes. What happened?
maybe it's timed. Or maybe.
Oh, is it maybe like when you open the Oh, I got it.
Maybe you got it as quick as possible, yeah.
When you open the show definition, they you lose points.
Ah, okay. There we
So
go.
all right. Okay. So
Yeah.
what have we learned today? Today,
What have we learned? We've learned that
balance is also spelled with double L.
Alice spelled double L. Idioms are a piece of cake.
Yeah, and they're fun, right?
And oh yeah, I think it's it's about using that creativity and
Absolutely.
you just stick a few words together, say them, and Bob's your uncle.
With a straight with a straight
Straight
face.
face, that's the key thing.
Even if
Raining
it doesn't exist.
cats and
Like
dogs. Idiot.
like I don't know, when you're taking your IELTS exam and you're doing your speaking and you're like
Yeah.
you just don't remember. You just want to pop in some idiom and you're
Idiot.
like, well,
Yeah.
let's just come up with it and just keep a straight
Up with
face.
something, yeah. And the examiner's like, what did you say? It's raining cats and hippos outside. Are you?
Yeah, it's cats and hippos. And you're like,
No,
yeah, it's raining cats and hippos.
hippos. Yeah, yeah. Challenge me. Here's my dictionary. Come on.
I'll try some mansplaining if you want.
Yeah, just let me explain this definition. Yeah, that's it. Exactly what they do. Yeah,
Okay. Yes, idioms are fun,
it is a
and
fun.
yeah, I
There we
think
go.
it's
And every idiom you learn will be one less chance for some upstart foreigner to try and confuse you with language. You'll be
yeah,
prepared. You're prepared. You're
absolutely.
ready.
Especially when foreigners, like, when natives use the idioms, like, mum's the word, and you're like, what the
Stuff like
hell
that.
is
Like,
that?
what the hell? What do you say about my mom? Come on, let's
Yes,
take this
exactly.
outside, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Dangerous,
But
dangerous game now.
but this way now you can confuse them and just say mum's the word to them and laugh at their
Yeah.
face. What, you don't know Shakespeare? Ha ha.
You fool. It's so uncultured. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, George.
That's okay. Nat,
Curious.
Atalia.
George the Curious.
I'm very curious. That's my defining trait. Curiosity.
Yeah,
What
kill the cat,
yeah.
It's a good thing you don't have a cat, you have a dog, so having
Uh,
George.
yeah. Well, that's it. George the dog. It's a very curious dog. Yeah.
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 What's your dog's name, by the way?
George. No,
No way.
Big T is a very question name. Big T. Big Tosh. Bigless Toshless.
Big T?
Yeah. Big T.
What T stands for what?
Big T stands for Anthony.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big
All right.
Anthony.
Like Tony.
Yeah, like
Like
Tony,
Hopkins.
because of his size, it's all like it's like a big juxtaposition. Is it?
Okay.
It's like he's
He's quite big,
name
yeah.
is Ant, and ants are famously small.
Oh, so
But
he's
he
a
is
big
big,
ant.
so he's a big ant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's big in size, but he's small. You know, not small, but he is contained in his ambitions. You know,
okay. All
his
right.
world is sturdy and reliable, like an
That's
ant.
beautiful.
You know, always there, always working hard. You know, he encompasses great space, but has a strong foundation about ideas. He said that he decided
He said
he
that. Okay.
explained to me why he wanted to be called Ant, and I was like, great,
That's on
mate.
his on his profile.
Yeah, that's what he's got on his Facebook. Yeah, I'm like, great. Now let's go. Come on, have some cake. Now have a dead chicken. Enjoy.
All right. Well, thank you,
Yeah,
Josh, for this really fun uh session with idioms.
yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be back in what, a couple of weeks or something.
Yeah, we'll be
Today.
back in a couple of weeks, yes, with new stuff,
Cool.
new ideas. But we will have to talk about names someday because
We'll have
it's
to do names at some point. Yeah, so
yeah,
we'll
absolutely.
do either we'll do us. Maybe we'll have a. You know, we can try and do a guest speaker in a couple of weeks or something.
Yes.
Can
Yeah.
we'll decide what we want to do. See who we
Yeah.
want to bring in.
Yeah. Depending. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
we get if we get a lot of fans, we can do an open panel at some point. That I might be wild to
Yes, let's
do,
do
but you
that.
know we have to
Yeah.
get the whole team
Fantastic.
to get our live streaming stuff. So
Yeah. Fantastic. Okay, great.
that's cool.
Cool, cool, cool. All right.
If you've got like channel tags and things, let me know and I can. Well, I'll send you this. I'll download send you this. If you've got channel tags, website, any information stuff you want me to just include, then I can do that.
Yeah.
Um,
Amazing.
I will
All right.
send you this anyway for
Deal.
use. Cool.
Thank you.
All right. Good sesh.
Okay. Thanks. Have a good day then. Bye-bye.
Bye.